My first night as the receptionist at Motel 46 was weird. The manager handed me a worn laminated sheet of rules before he left, his eyes heavy with something I couldn't quite place. "Just follow these, kid," he'd said. "Don't get creative." The first rule was simple enough: never ever rent out room 9, no matter how much someone begs or insists. The second rule was odd. Any guest paying in cash was to be treated like a ghost. No name in the logbook, no record of their stay. Just take the money and give them a key. The third rule was the one that made the hairs on my arms stand up. If you hear a knock coming from inside the front desk, ignore it. The first few hours were dead quiet. Just the hum of the ancient vending machine and the distant rumble of trucks on the highway. Around 2 a.m., a man shuffled in, his face hidden by the shadow of a wide-brimmed hat. He slapped a wad of cash on the counter. "One night," he rasped. I took the money, grabbed a key for room 7 and slid it across the counter. No questions asked, just like the rules said. He was gone as quickly as he appeared. Then, around 3:33 a.m., it started. A faint, rhythmic tap, tap, tap. It wasn't coming from the door or the window. It was coming from right under my hands, from inside the wooden front desk. My heart hammered against my ribs. I remembered the rule. Ignore it. I tried to focus on a crossword puzzle, but the knocking grew louder, more insistent. Tap, tap, tap. It sounded like someone was trapped in there, desperate to get out. I clenched my jaw, my knuckles white as I gripped the pen. The sound was maddening, burrowing into my skull. Finally, a bone-chilling silence fell over the lobby again, but the quiet was worse. My curiosity was now a raging fire. The rules, the cash-paying ghost, the knocking, it all seemed to circle back to one place, room 9. The manager's warning echoed in my head, but I couldn't fight the pull. I had to know what was in there. I grabbed the master key, my hands trembling. The hallway was cold, the floral wallpaper peeling like sunburnt skin. The brass number 9 on the door was tarnished and dull. Taking a deep breath, I slid the key into the lock. It turned with a heavy, grating click. I pushed the door open, my flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. My blood ran cold. It wasn't a room. It was an exact replica of the motel lobby. The same tacky furniture, the same buzzing vending machine. And there, behind the front desk, was me. Another version of me, looking up with wide, terrified eyes as a shadowy figure with a wide-brimmed hat slapped a wad of cash on the counter before him. He then looked directly at me, a silent scream frozen on his face, and started to knock desperately from inside his side of the desk. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next descent into the darkness. See you next time.